almost 30 points. So I don't, obviously Spain is the favorites going into this game. I had the opportunity to talk to Aya Punina after their shoot around this morning when we were just arriving, and along with Punta Vasco, and both of them said, you know what, we're happy we made it this far. We want to continue winning, but we also don't have anything to lose. So I think we're going to see them play with a little bit of freedom in regard that the pressure is not on them. You want to talk about pressure? Let's look over to the home team in white, and that's Spain. They have a lot of pressure. They lost to the Czech Republic in a game that, if you look at stats and look at what was happening, you would expect Spain to win, and they didn't. So I don't know if that's going to light a fire for Spain and realize, the level of competition here is really, it's risen. You're not going to be able to just run away with a win. Or are we going to see a Spain that in the 3 games we witnessed had very slow starts?
And we could overthink this and think that Spain really didn't care about winning that Czech game because they already had clinched first place. But the reality is they did want to win it. Laia Palau, she was making history that night as her country's most capped player in women's basketball with 259 appearances. They wanted to keep the winning rhythm going. They didn't play Marta Jargai because she was banged up and they wanted to give her the night off. But they certainly, in the game in front of a home crowd, did not want to walk off the court as losers. So we'll have to see if Lucas Mondelo and Spain can use that as motivation for the rest of this tournament. Don't forget, this is the team that won the title in 2013. They finished runners-up to the USA at the FIBA Women's World Cup in 2014, and they also got the silver medal at the Olympics last year. So we're going to have the playing of the national anthems now, and we're going to start with Latvia. That might be the most talented person in the arena doing all these national anthems now for Spain. Okay, the national anthems have been played. We are ready to roll, rock and roll here in the Prague Arena. So Latvia shakes hands with Spain, Lucas Mondelo as well, and Martin Zibats, the Latvia coach. And now, Shona Thorbranova, I would like to show you 3 of the most important individuals in the building. They're dressed in the black. And you know who they are.
Individuals in the building.
You could always transition into that after your playing career if you'd like, to become a referee. But, it's nice having you here as well. So from France, Bulgaria, and Greece, the refereeing crew, Parucha, Velikov, and Rosso. And make no mistake about it. I mean, Spain had the hiccup. It's difficult every year to play your best basketball sometimes you have to grind. Nevertheless, they are going to be a tough team for this Latvia roster to beat. And who do you want to highlight? Well, Steinberga, she appears to have come back to terrific form. Now, Babkina, we think, might not play again for the EuroBasket. We understood that she had suffered an injury, but Gunta Vasco, boy, that's rolling about the year. Talking about some of the other greats. How about her? Putna, you mentioned Steinberger, Klastina, and Vitola. And it's like you say, the pressure really is not on the Latvians. It's on this team right here, if they allow it to be. But if they go out and play hard, well, that's all you can do. I mean, this is a team where pretty much I would say 9 of those players would not only make most teams, but maybe even start for other teams. Alba Torrens seems like she's back to her best, number 7. Laia Palau's made the history. Jargai is back tonight to play. She rested the other night. Sancho Little, while she was tired the other night, we still think she can shift into a higher gear. And how about Laura Gill? Laura Gill in the starting lineup tonight. So Torrens, Palau, Jargai, Little, and Hill.
Yeah, maybe Lucas Mondello is going with Hill to change things up depending on who Latvia is starting. Normally we see Laura Nichols, but both of those two power forwards are great.
He just broke the news to her. She looks pretty upset. You're not starting tonight, Laura. You're going to have to come off the bench.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want me to.
This might not be a good thing for Latvia. But really, they are interchangeable and both do a great job. They're kind of considered role players for this Spanish team.
Well, Steinberga's, as we said, has come back to good form, just as those stats indicate, and so has Sancho Little. Although I'd also suggest that Sancho's, in some ways, kind of been going in 3rd gear. I mean, she can shift it up another gear or 2.
Yeah, we saw that the other night against the Czech Republic. I'm not sure if she had 3 or 4 points through 3 quarters.
And Zebarts knows, there's a multitude of players in the Spain team that can hurt him. But we've seen enough from the other games that, you know what, there's no sure thing in this, and Latvia might come out here and surprise us tonight. Lucas Mondello, somos equipo, Lucas. He loves to get his coffee before he goes into the press conferences, so he goes to the media workroom, and then he walks in, and then all the Spanish coaches come in, and he spouts his words of wisdom. And one thing he always likes to say is somos equipo. We are a team. And that's kind of the saying in Spain. Well, good evening. Welcome to the Prague Arena in Prague, the Czech Republic. It's the FIBA EuroBasket Women 2017 quarterfinal between Spain and Latvia. Spain in white attacking the basket to the right, as if you didn't know that already. And Alba Torrens has her hands on the ball. And Marta Jargai is not going to wait around, and she's going to hit the 3-pointer.
She started slow in the first game, and then she came out and won the game for them against that Ukraine team. In the second game, took the 3rd game off. I think she was a little beat up, so I'm sure she's feeling good and very rested now.
And now Latvia tried to answer in kind, but Krastina's off target. And now quickly Torrens, Sancho Little bats it out to Phil, and Alba Torrens says, I'm just going to dump it down low to Laura again. Look at Sancho, and it's going to be a problem perhaps for Latvia rebounding against Spain, but at least they get the ball back.
Yeah, Sancho Little, she knew she couldn't pull down the rebound on her own, but just her tapping it out gave them 1 extra possession and almost 2.
Vitola has it, hands it off to Gunto. Greece has Maltzy. Slovak Republic rather have Zirkova. Latvia have Gunto Basko. Spain have Laia Palau. She is the veteran. She has been around a while. She just loves it.
Just a couple games. Her last game was her 259th, so, you know, this is 260. I'm not sure many Spanish players are ever going to be able to beat that record.
Oh. She left her feet with nowhere to pass it, and the ball goes out of bounds. I should have said Canada have Shona Thorburn, but that is not true. Now she has retired, and it's over. Well, not completely.
Not completely.
Gunther Basco now has the dark hair and the ponytail. Steinberger. Now, Jargai knows her well. They were teammates in this very city. And she turns, rolls, and draws a foul from Jargai. What is it you think about these players like Torrens and Steinberger that struggle during the season with their club sides, but then they get back with their national teams, and all of a sudden it's like business as usual?
Yeah. I think everyone who watches women's basketball, you know, Steinberger, she was very limited in her minutes and her opportunities with USK Praha. And I know, you know, these teams have lots of other options as well. So, you know, we were kind of, I don't want to say it's a shock that she's playing at this level and, you know, averaging just under 16 points. We knew she could do it, but we didn't see it all year. Same with Torrens in Ekaterinburg. They just have so many options. So it's like their second, third option is looking at these two players who, you know, with their national team, they're the go-to #1 option. So they completely play a different style of game.
Steinberger knocks both free throws in, and Latvia on the board, and now there's no more pressure. And look at Laia Palau facing a little bit of pressure from Latvia, bringing the ball up, just to make it a little bit uncomfortable for her. That was from Vitola. Little was well short, and Basco gets the rebound. Kutin has been around as well.
Kutnina, yeah.
Kutnina, ball goes back over to Spain.
She has, and she's been a staple on this national team for quite some time now. She missed one summer because she needed a shoulder surgery, but other than that, she's been around. You know, she's a big part of their success.
She's been around. She played at the Olympics in 2008, and the turnover goes over to Steinberger. Basco up top, patient. Steinberger can do it all, and she's going to try to launch the three. She does, but misses.
It's not a horrible shot for her. She felt open. She shoots just over 2 a game, so, you know, why not? You went inside, now you go outside. If you're capable, you shoot it confident, coach isn't going to get mad at you for that.
Jargai puts on the deck, and Basco knocks it away. So a good reaction from Basco. Gunther Basco. Torrens goes behind her back, gets the lane, little wrap around pass to Sancho Little, and she's not able to hold it. And now Basco has it. And Vitola passes up the shot, and Latvia being patient. And that's not a bad thing. Long three-pointer is good from number 28, Vitola. For Vitola, and now Latvia have taken the lead, their first lead of the game. Sancho Little Boy clearing out Steinberger. I think she got away with
a little bit of
elbow action, a little bit of push.
You know, and Sancho, that's a little bit of a mismatch for Steinberger, so clearly that's not what they want.
So, three-pointer, well, she didn't get to go the first time, but the second time she does. Steinberger, she now has 5 points. And the longer that the game remains close and even Latvia start to take the lead, you just wonder if Spain might start having bad thoughts in terms of, wow, maybe this isn't our year.
You know, Coach Mondello is going to call a timeout here because he doesn't like what he sees either. But we're talking about an incredibly talented Spanish team who, a lot of them were on the Olympic team last year. I mean, this team, literally, Coach Mondello has people to go to in the bench if things aren't going well in the starting five. But for some reason, this is their 4th game now. We've seen them start slow every single time.
And they've even had the benefit of finishing first in their group, getting the extra day off, coming to Prague, where, you know, some of the players know it very well because they've played here. And they are starting slow. And look at Mondello.
You know, is it a little bit of an overconfidence factor? You know, finishing second, you know, with a silver medal from the Olympics. I don't know.
Well, you got to come out breathing fire.
You
really
do. And the thing is, you know, they were able to come back in those first 2 games in a group phase and pull off the win against less talented teams than Latvia. So you can't really come out slow and expect to stay in a game against a better team like Latvia.
Okay, so Palau does just get it inbounds to Torrens, and she just has a couple little crossovers and drills the jump shot. And maybe Spain will now kick it into gear.
And that's just so tough to stop, you know. That's your tall 3-guard dribbling, making a move, and then going to a pull-up.
And Steinberg tries to go up strong, but Torrens comes down with the ball. She's in the open floor. Jargai left wide open, and Spain have moved back in front.
She's found her rhythm, eh?
Well, she started.
And she's got the hardest defensive matchup.
Steinberger at the back of the rim. Torrens is one of those players, that's Vitola's first foul. Torrens is one of those players who just, she can catch it on the rebound and go all the way down the court. Even if she has to dribble around 5 people. And you can see the end result is that pressure creates opportunities for her teammates, and Jargai was just wide open.
It does, and she's so fast at it as well.
Dominguez has come in for Palau. She's not going to be shy. Oh, she throws it right into the hands of Gunta Bosco, who goes in and misses the layup. And what happened?
I don't know if she heard.
What about Torrens? Goes all the way, and that's a 4-point swing.
Maybe she felt Torrens was running her down. She got a little intimidated.
Well, we saw Greece miss early layup or 2 and overcome those to post a big win against Turkey. 3-point attempt and the long rebound to Dominguez, but she loses it to Putnina, and then she's trapped but fouled. And the foul is on Sancho Little. I have to say, I have to go with the karma. I think this is a karma foul, Shona. Because on the other one, she kind of got away with it down low, in my opinion. And now she gets one where maybe she doesn't do that much. So Laksa comes in. She's had a good FIBA EuroBasket Women. Certainly she's talented.
She is, you know, she's come in and done a great job, not starting, but being that 6th man off the bench. She's averaging 10.8 points a game, so that's a lot of points from someone who's coming off the bench. That's a great bench contribution.
And she's a genuine threat from 3-point range. And now from the baseline, and Vutela misses on Dominguez. Laura Nichols also in the game. See how she starts coming off the bench. Sancho Little whips it back out to Torrens. Vutela guarding Torrens, and it's right on the money.
Woo! That's tough. That is with a big hand in your face. Wow.
She is playing as the good Alba Torrens now, and she's got it. She's just going to take it all the way, and fouled by Cristina. And look at the smile on Alba Torrens' face. When she's able to run, she can be herself.
She can. That's when she's the toughest to guard. She's just so fast and so skilled that she almost plays point guard for them. A lot better things happen when she's the one leading the fast break.
Well, Latvia have to call a timeout. You know, they were leading 8-5, and now they're trailing 15-8. So it's a big run for Spain. In the three-point shooting, that last one, Jargais hit a couple, and now Alba Torrens has hit one. I mean, it is not an enviable task that man faces, because Spain can turn to so many different players. Laia Palau has come out, and they brought in Dominguez. And Dominguez is, right out of the top drawer. She's an excellent player. Look at Gunta Vasco, and this is what happens when things start to go pear-shaped.
Yeah, you saw her kind of stutter step before the layup, and then look what happens. You know, she lose 4 defenders, and they weren't able to stop Alba Torrens. You saw Gunta Vasco sort of stutter step. I don't know if she thought about going up for a power layup, so, you know, a 2-foot layup or a 1-foot layup. I think she confused herself.
It's the first time I've ever heard that, a power layup.
Power layup, yeah. It's where a 2-foot layup, basically. Yeah.
Alba Torrens is in the flow with just under 3 minutes remaining, and makes the first. So she's got 8 points already, and we've still got quite a ways to go here in the first half. And this happens often with Alba. I mean, she will get it going, and she will put up a night's worth of work in the first half.
Yeah, you know, and it's scary, and I guess, Coach Mandela says, all right, I'm going to give her a little bit of breather. But guess who comes on?
Ana Cruz.
Your MVP, your MVP pick. But, you know, that means a lot. She is also incredibly talented and can score.
Steinberger gets in, wanted a foul. There was contact, but you're not going to probably get that call.
So you see Latvia are now in a...
Jargais open from the corner. Good! She is on fire. 3 of 3 for Marta Jargais. And Lucas Mandela obviously knows what he's doing because he sat her down the other night.
Yeah, you know, she needed that break, and it's paying off.
And another miss down low from Steinberger. And she wants a foul.
I think she's asking, what else can I do to get this foul called for me? But, you know, honestly, it's great defense by Marta Jargais. So not only is she the one scoring for them on offense, but she's the one who's playing great defense against a Steinberger who's averaging 16 points a game and leads this Latvian team.
Latvia just need to stay in the game right now. They are reeling a bit, and it's good that they've been able to get to the free throw line to try to stabilize the situation. And they could also do with Latza perhaps getting involved. Fudina is going to come out for a breather. Vasco back in after a short spell out.
So this isn't a bad idea, kind of going into a little bit of a full court, a little bit of press back into a zone, but they need to know where the shooters are.
Nichols cross court now, Sancho Little. You can't leave Jargais open, she's hit 3, but Nichols powers her way up over Steinberger. Good job by Krastina to chase that ball down. Vitola. Now, Shargard's going to go out and Torrens going back in. So, you know, for Lucas Mondello, as long as his players can get just a short breather, they'll go back in. Keeps the pressure on. Keeps them in the game. Brummerman's in the game as well, and Steinberger finally able to get an open look at the basket and banks it in. So she now has 7 points, and Steinberger reaches in, knocks it out of Sancho Little's hands. There it is. Oh, I see what happened. Laura Nichols just kind of just fell down.
Yeah, I don't know if she slipped. When you say Steinberger broke her ankles?
Oh.
I think it was more of a slip than that terminology.
Well, Lauda scaled back in, and good defense. It looked like Vasco got it clean. Well, I guess not. She must have got her on the wrist. Lucas Mondello pacing the sidelines. And Silvia Dominguez is off target. So 1:14 remains in the first quarter. And Spain are right now on course for a big number in this game. Oh, he misses both, but gets it back. And that is a backbreaker.
It really is. And as a coach,
and look at the hustle. Cruz comes up and gets the steal. And right now,
Spain has picked it up.
Yeah.
This is the Spanish team who came here and said, we want to come away with a gold medal.
Cruz in the corner pulls up, and sighs of relief are breathed by the fans in the Garnet. Steinberger puts her head down, and Torrens hands it off to Cruz. Now Torrens, another three!
If you're feeling it, you're feeling it. And clearly Torrens is feeling it right now.
Gosh, 27 first quarter points for Spain. They are 5 of 5 from three-point range.
I hope Latvia's aware of the clock here.
Maxa, where are you throwing it? You've just given it back to Spain, and they're going to get the last shot. Nichols, she's got to go into shot mode. She puts it up. And Latvia escaped, but nevertheless, they face a mountain to climb now. They're down 27-12 after the opening quarter.
And look at that, Spain's three-point shooting percentage, 5 for 5.
It happens.
Latvia's two-pointers, 1 for 10.
So it's an interesting shot. We haven't seen that one before. The piano in the background, you might hear it. Just to recap things from earlier in the day, Italy came out and really fought hard trying to get back, but they fell behind early, expended a lot of energy, came almost all the way back against Belgium, but then Belgium were just too strong in the fourth quarter, and they have clinched a spot in the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup for the first time in their history. And by the way, they look like the real deal. I mean, they are definitely good enough to get to the podium. They're in the semifinals. And then in the second game, Greece just rolled back the years and I think maybe had the best performance in the history of Greek women's basketball, beating Turkey, despite trailing by 10 points early. And just a remarkable performance from several players, including Evina Maltzy, the EuroBasket Women MVP in 2009, who, by the way, now is officially a candidate for the MVP honors again, because that was some kind of performance. But don't get me wrong, there were a lot of great performers for Greece in that game.
There really were, and it wasn't just Maltzy's show. Everyone on that team contributed, and you know, she's the one who ends up as a high scorer, but her teammates did a great job. They just controlled the game after that initial maybe first 8 minutes. I would say Greece controlled it the rest of the 32-minute game. I think Turkish fans and Turkish basketball are a little shocked. Women's basketball fans might have been a little shocked by that result.
Yeah, I was shocked. I'm not shocked that Greece won, but I'm shocked by the complete and utter devastation caused by the Greek national team on Turkey. I just did not expect it. And it's important to remember that both Turkey and Italy are still in contention for a spot in the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup. They will now have to win a couple of games. All of the losers go into one pool with one spot. And don't get me wrong, I mean, that is a massive opportunity to play at the World Cup.
So if Spain wins tonight, I guess there will be 2 spots available, correct?
Well, there will be, in the turnover, Spain are automatically guaranteed a spot in the World Cup, and then five other best teams, if that's how you want to look at it. So Spain, 3 other quarterfinalists, and then 2 other spots. Yeah. So Dominguez goes up and scores. Jakobsen has come into the game. And Basco. Bremerman, she was in that 2009 team that Latvia hosted the EuroBasket. The ball goes over to Cruz. Now Torrens, and she is cut off. And Laura Nichols, small step back, and they are looking pretty powerful right now.
They are. I think they're just showing their strengths. This is the best we have seen Spain play so far in this tournament.
Well, what you got at a EuroBasket Women is you got the group phase, and obviously you want to play well. You want to, most of all, you want to survive. And then once you go through the group phase, if you do survive, then it's the knockout. And that's where you have to shift into a higher gear. And this is Spain's first knockout game in this competition.
And you can tell.
But they have all that experience from really in the millennium, really the new millennium. They've had good teams for a long time. And Laura Nichols denies Laxa. So 5 seconds remain on the shot clock. This Latvia offense, this Latvia attack, as you look at Laxa going down, is just having no joy at all against Spain right now.
That was a great ball and great timing by Laura Nichols.
Great hands there by Laura Nichols. And oh, what a play from Jakobsen, aware that the shot clock was about to expire. Laura Gil left open. And that'll be Latvia saying, okay, go ahead and take that shot, because she is definitely not the preferred option. And Lucas Mondelo is going to make a change. Laxa, desperate to get on track, goes up off 1 foot.
That's a tough shot. I don't think that's really the shot that Latvia are looking for. And you know, not having Babkina that's a big loss.
Oh, what a pass from Nichols. And again, Gil misses. And hustles, gets it back. And now she gets into a wrestling match, and she's going to be mad at herself that she didn't make that shot. Look at this. This is the scrap. And she goes back and gets blocked.
Gets the rebound on the ground. It just shows you how, you know, these women are going to go after every possession.
Well, she's in this game, though, Laura Gill, not for her scoring, but for her tenacity, rebounding. Oh, what a pass from Torrens. But it went off of Cruz's hands. That was a perfect pass.
That was, and you feel like Spain is going to break out and bring some of that flashy, fast-paced, fun basketball to watch that they have been known for since Coach Modelo has taken over for them.
Wrong sport, Lauda. Ball goes up into row H. It's going to come back.
It's not like baseball. If the ball goes into the fans, you don't get to keep it.
You can keep it, yeah. Latvia fans trying to get their team a little bit of energy. And the ball goes right through the hands of Jakobsen. And now quickly up ahead to Cruz, and an unsportsmanlike foul called on Cristina. She was the last player back. She reached up, committed the foul. If you watch Spain in that situation, it is exciting, and every federation should want to be like this.
It took them 2 seconds to get the ball down the court.
Yeah.
And it was going to be a wide open play. And now it's a possible 5-point play, really.
32-15.
And when you watch Spain play, you can tell that these women have played so many games together. They really have. They know, you know, as soon as Laia Palau had that ball, she knew Cruz was going. I mean, before she even lifted her head up, she started to throw it, knowing Cruz was gone. And you just see that when they play together.
And Modelo, he encourages it. I mean, he's like, they throw it out of bounds, he doesn't throw it hissy. Now, Shargai steps inside the arc, and she's just not missing. She's got 11 points. So. Vitola has it, fakes the handoff. Nina turns and puts up a shot, a very difficult shot. Is able to bank it in.
Yeah, Latvia are having to work for every single point they get.
So that foul's on Jakobsen. Palau back in the game. And great hands. And then Vitola has it stolen back by Cruz. They're just relentless.
They really are. They're not going to back down. I think right now they're trying to send a message to everyone left in this tournament.
And more foul down low. This time Berger gets the call. Probably, I just wonder if the only other team in international basketball that can do this is the USA, where they can just be ruthless like this. Because we've seen a lot, teams in this tournament get up, but not able to kind of like deliver the knockout punch. And Spain are getting close to delivering it. Cruz?
They are, and it's not just offense, it's defense. Nothing is comfortable for Latvia right now.
Certainly Australia in recent times have been able to do it. Now down low, and Putnina gets it blocked by Sancho Little. And she was literally right on the low block. And going up against an elite player like Sancho Little, it's not easy. So another timeout with 5:06 remaining in the Prague arena. Spain in command.
They really are, and you know, as a coach, do you watch this and say, okay, has to start on defense, but maybe they need to set up some sort of nice backdoor type play to just get the pressure off from Spain. You know, Spain is pushing them out. They're playing well outside that three-point line, and maybe they need to run one of their, you know, we call them quick hitters. So you look for a quick basket. It's not something you show often in tournaments. It's not, you know, your regular offensive attack rotation. But maybe that's something Latvia needs to do to get a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. But, you know, it's tough. You look up at that scoreboard, and there's already 6 Spaniards who have scored.
Yeah, and they've also doubled Latvia's score 15 minutes into the game. That was Nichols. I mean, it helped Spain that Jargai was able to, like, hit that opening three. And then there was a bit of a lull, but she hit another one, and then Torrens started getting into it. And it's so important for Spain to run, and they've been able to run, you know, just everything. But also on that last possession, you saw where Little then can just erase 2 points for the other team by getting a block. That is the 4th team foul. That was the 3rd foul on Kristina. So Kristina has come into the game.
So Latvia are in the zone. Yeah, it's a matchup zone.
And Steinberger is scrapping away.
Look how hard Sancho went and crashed the boards, though. You know, I know she ended up getting the foul here, but it just shows you those 2 days off. You know, I was a little worried. Maybe Spain were going to be a little too relaxed. You know, they got here 2 days ago, but it is paying off, that's for sure.
Steinberger, now Vitula, and now Torrens. Oh, she double dribbled. Kind of lost control as she got over there on the sideline, and Laura Gil is going to come back in.
Yeah, she was going behind her back, and I think the ball got stuck a little bit and took a few too many steps. But, you know, we have Spain up by as much as they are, and they're still picking up full court and have the kind of pressure that they're doing. And that's what in the last game we thought Turkey might end up doing, but maybe fatigue?
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know why they think they can't play that way. Anyway, Nichols just takes it away, and then into Torrens. And good play by Jakobsen stepping in front to stop it. Watch this. Torrens has no idea that Jakobsen is going to be right there.
No, and you know, I know Laura Nichols wants to get out and push the ball and run fast, but that was Laura Nichols putting Alba Torrens in a tough situation. They're lucky they got the ball back.
Now the pass. Again, Gil. Torrens has it. Shakes and bakes, puts it up. That's an air ball. But Gil got it, but too late. If Latvia could somehow put together a little bit of a run here over the last 3.5 minutes and just get the deficit down to where it's more manageable. I mean, right now they're down by 17, 18. They're down by 18 points. So say they get it down to 10, 12 points for halftime, you know, at least it gives them more self-belief going into the break.
Absolutely. And a lot of coaches say that you get down in the first half. If you can cut that deficit to about 10 going into halftime, the game's still wide open. It's no one's game. So, you know, I think that's something that Latvia needs to look at.
Saw those shooting numbers, and now look at the
19 to 9.
rebounding.
Wow. You know, just Spain is just being more aggressive everywhere. Latvia is not shooting the ball well, so that's obviously opening up opportunities.
Well, you know, it's interesting how we thought maybe in the last group phase, Spain just wasn't clicking. They weren't, it wasn't that they were listless, but it just didn't seem as if they were really the Spain that we knew. And maybe they were a bit tired, but they've turned it on tonight. And Kreslina, who's come in for Christina, who's on the bench with 3 fouls, misses that 3. Look at Laya Palau. Oh, she can't get it to go. I mean, this scoreline could be far worse for Latvia.
Yeah, it really could. And that last 3 by Latvia, I'm not sure that's the shot that they wanted. But to be honest, you know, they seem so flustered out there that I think they feel if you're open, you got to shoot it, because who knows if you're going to get another look at the basket.
Jakobsen doesn't handle the pressure. The ball is out of bounds. Torrens looks for an opening. Now now we've got coming up on the 3-minute mark now. Torrens turns. And good defense from Steinberger. Well, after scoring 27 points in the first quarter, Spain have only scored 8 in the second. And Vitola goes up and scores with the left hand. That ends the drought. That was quite a while between points for Latvia, and almost Jargai has it taken away, but she gets it back. Good defense from Putnina. So now another opportunity for Latvia.
You know, this is what we talked about them doing, just sort of chipping away, finding the mismatches.
And good strong reception from Putnina, trying to get some type of joy on the low block. Look at this. This was Vitola.
Looks like Chargai took a little bit of an elbow there, but it's also a nice strong post move.
Putnina turns again, goes up, and that is a foul. So 2 opportunities, 2 bites at the cherry. Steinberger now has 2 fouls. And not only that, but it puts Spain on the line.
It's when you felt like Latvia was chipping away, doing some good things, then you have a backcourt foul like that, and it's an easy 2 points for Spain. Or not.
Shona, everybody doesn't shoot free throws the way that you do. Come on.
Really?
What were you? 80% shooter?
Around there.
That's not bad. Torrance goes 1 of 2.
Look at this full court pressure.
And boy, they might not get across. They got 3 seconds more. They get it to Steinberga, and that is just what you call craziness out there. And Viitola again, another foul clearing out. Steinberger has a word with the ref saying, "You're not calling it the same way, pal." 2 fouls. Going to Bosco. Look at that, they're telling you what, they don't think so either. This was how hard Latvia had to work just to get it across midcourt. Jar guy off 1 foot, misses. And Putnina. And the foul called on Spain. So Spain still with only 9 points in this quarter.
So, you know, I think Latvia has been able to step it up on defense. They've caused some turnovers. They're playing, oh, wow. And then, there you go, Torrens also picks it up on defense. And then that's just a silly foul by Steinberger.
Who has now picked up her 3rd foul.
You know, that's your best player. You can't do that. I know she's frustrated that she just turned it over in the backcourt against pressure, but you can't have that.
Well, all full marks to Spain. I mean, they're the ones that are putting pressure, and it's as you said, they're up 17, and they're still putting pressure on in the backcourt.
And you know, okay, so we're talking about Spain only having scored 10 points now in this quarter. Latvia has only scored 7. So it's going both ways.
A low-scoring quarter, and then Laura Gill comes in and gets the ball over Brunerman. And goes up, and there's a jump ball, and the possession area will go to Latvia. Well, los españoles están muy contentos.
Claro que sí.
See, Viitola, Putnina, and Viitola has it down low and puts it up and in.
That's a great job. That's a great job of breaking the press. You know, that they were calm, they moved the ball fast, and look what they got.
Putnina played for Alessia, didn't she?
She did. She had a couple years in Spain. Alessia Navarra. I played with her in France. She had a great year this year in Turkey, playing for Istanbul University.
Oh, so she's going back to university?
Yeah, she didn't finish her degree. Actually, she did go to the States for one or 2 years.
She went
and
to
then came back.
Colorado,
Yeah.
Colorado State.
No, she was in Boulder, so University of Colorado.
Okay. Saw the foul was on Gunter Bosco. And now Gunter Bosco has it again. And the foul called on Spain. You see Gunter Bosco playing, I mean, she continues to play, and she just loves it. And we talk about Zhirkova, we talk about Maltzy. Sometimes I guess a player gets tired and just can't do it anymore, but you have to admire their commitment.
You do. Their commitment and the sacrifices that they make.
Yeah, sacrifices.
That's, I think, probably the biggest thing that you really have to admire.
And it gets it back to a 16-point deficit. Spain will try to hold it for the last shot. Viitola, interestingly, is the one who is on Dominguez.
Yeah, they kind of have her, the one picking up the ball in this zone press.
Well, Gunter Bosco read it, but Anna Cruz got it, and went in, and
Touchdown
Lauderdale
with it.
puts it up. And Gunther Basco is not going to have enough space to launch a prayer. And Latvia will be hoping they have some prayers answered in the second half, because right now it's one-way traffic. It's Spain leading at 38-22 at the break. Well, normal service has resumed. Spain looking imperious tonight, just really getting off to a great start.
They did, and look at that three-point percentage. You know, you're shooting 71% from the three-point line. Better than their free throw percentage.
23-15 on the rebounding. Is there nothing that they can't do?
They're so excited so exciting to watch. And they came out today proving that they're here to win a medal. They really did.
Well, second half coming up your way in another 13 minutes.
A je tady další část našeho poločasového programu. Teď už se vám tady představí Romana Tanečková.
上映，一瞬间，眼睛人将白移。
Přehledné a aktuální informace z vašeho kraje, okresu i nejbližšího okolí. Luštění a křížovky pro celou rodinu. Rozšířená sportovní rubrika i pravidelné přílohy TV magazín, deník plný bydlení a magazín ženy. Objednejte si na 14 dní zdarma na 272 015 015. Mnoholetý technologický vývoj. Investice do moderních ekologických technologií. Jednou z nejdelších distribučních soustav vytápíme 60 000 domácností. Díky vaší spolupráci a důvěře můžeme vyrábět opravdu čistou, levnou a spolehlivou energii. Elektrárny Opatovice. Jsme tepelné srdce východních Čech. I soutěžní jezdci už to vědí. Přichází vůz, jaký tu ještě nebyl. Atraktivní, sebejistý, bezpečný, prostorný, luxusně vybavený. Prostě nejlepší český liftback všech dob. A teď ujedu všem. Nový Hyundai i30. Hyundai. Matuny na pomerančovém malku. Vaše hvězdy chutí klubem. Ovocená Matuny s ovocnou šťávou.
Well, they have got their work cut out for them, the Latvians. They are trailing 38-22 at halftime. Things simply didn't go their way in the first 20 minutes. But a game is a 40-minute game, and they still have some time to make this interesting. They'll have to do it against one of the best teams in the world. In fact, the #2 team in the Nike FIBA World Rankings, Spain. And you know, you might want to suggest you could turn up the pressure defensively against them full court, but then you might be playing into Spain's hands if you do that.
Yeah, they're just so talented, and I'm not sure they're the team you want to pressure. You do have to slow them down, though. You can't let Torrens get the ball and go full court to the basket, which she is very good at doing, but that is playing into their hands. And, you know, I want to say Latvia did a lot better job in the second quarter. They only allowed 11 points compared to the first quarter of 27 points, but they only scored 10 points themselves. So, and they had a good second quarter on the defensive end, but they were just taken out of everything on the offensive end. Spain played great defense, and Latvia couldn't get anything going. They were forced into really tough shots. They were turning the ball over, and they just didn't look comfortable out there.
Well, they're clearly missing Elena Babkina, injured and probably unable to go. She had hit 7 of 16 from the arc, and she was also 11 of 22 inside the arc. So 16 of 19 at the free throw line. That's a lot of points provided in the first 3 games from her. And then you've got Laxa, who came into this shooting 43.5% from three-point range, 10 of 23. But if you look at her today, she hasn't even attempted a 3, and the simple reason why is because Spain won't let her.
No, you know, they had the scouting report. They had 2 full days to scout and prepare for this game. So they knew who were the three-point shooters. They knew what Latvia liked to do, where they liked to go. And guess what? They've taken away Latvia's first, second, third options. So what are your 4th, 5th, 6th? And that's what Latvia need to try and find. But really, you know, if they want to claw their way back into this, it has to start with defense. And they did do a good job. So hopefully now their defense can maybe give them a little bit of a confidence on offense.
Well, the game, second half action is now underway here in Prague Arena. And it's, you know, it's not too late for Latvia. They just need to get some stops, get some trips down the court, score some. And they need to protect, you know, get those rebounds and not allow those second chances. That'll really spell doom if that continues to happen. Because second chance points, Spain are going to collect and they will punish you.
And you know, that's what happens. That was a good job, Laura Giz. She didn't really get the rebound, but it ended up in Torrens' hands, and she's just so tough to stop.
Jakobsen pulls up. She had a good look. And Viitola couldn't hold on. And Torrens almost turned it over there.
Yeah, might have got away with a little bit of a carry.
12 fast break points for Spain, 0 for Latvia.
Just shows you how good Spain is on offense, but then how good they are on defense.
Now that was better from Stamberga to get the miss from Dominguez. Foul from Gil on Putnina, the push. Still with a nudge. And Vasco looked like she almost was going down.
Yeah, I think her knee buckled or something on
yeah,
her,
it did, didn't it?
She didn't slip. She just
remember she had a serious knee injury.
She did. I think she's had 1 or 2 ACL surgeries.
And Sancho Little dives in there, and now Punina's down the ground. So Latvia will maintain possession.
And you see a little bit of frustration with Latvia, and it must be frustrating because.
Well, there's Babkina. She's the one who's injured and can't help out, you know.
And they're missing her, right? They really are, and it's very evident. They need a scoring punch, and they're just not getting it from anyone. And I think she could have brought that spark for them.
So Christina is getting the lion's share of the minutes at the point guard. Although she's got the foul trouble, so she started the second half on the bench. She's finishing with Jakobsen right now. $18 points, and she had to get it up quickly because they don't reset the shot clock on the jump ball. And now Dominguez gets in there, and referee calls the foul.
We haven't seen a lot of Laya Palau today.
Now she's started, went out for a long stretch, came back, and maybe she's just tired. And if you're up big, why risk it?
Yeah, exactly.
Jargai, that was too long. I mean, they really set the tone early with their, well, I wouldn't say early, but they ended up after a few minutes really getting hot.
That first quarter.
They ended up with 27 points, didn't they?
Which is an enormous amount of points for a quarter.
Kick is called against Vitola. So Spain trading blows right now with Latvia, and Little gets inside, misses. Kudina, good footwork, but then turns it over.
Yeah, she had a height advantage. I think she needs to try and go up against Marta Jargai. And look at that.
Great play again. Torrens just pushes it, and there's no stopping it.
She came up with the steal on the baseline. Took it all the way down the court with multiple moves and scores with her left hand.
And three-pointer falls for Latvia.
And they say, finally.
So Kudina decides to step outside. You know, the winner of this game will take on Belgium in the semifinals. They were winners over Italy, 79-66. And that game was probably a little harder fought than the scoreline suggests. Belgium and Italy. Belgium really turned on the style in the fourth quarter. Vitola goes out. That was Torrens on that steal and fast break before. That highlight. Now Laura Haley comes out, and she was replaced by Laura Nichols.
And, you know, talk about Laura Hill. Okay, so she's 0 for 5, but she has 5 offensive rebounds.
Yep. So she does the dirty work, basically.
She really does. She annoys the other team. She's very strong. She's aggressive rebounding, and she's excellent on defense.
is back. And she goes in and misses. So, you know, they continue to get some opportunities here to cut into this deficit. You know, in the old days, you know, they had Anit Jakobsen, Zakota, and she could catch fire. And they need somebody kind of in that vein to hit a couple of shots and just to kind of get them rolling. Vermont gets inside, trying to go up, and again, they're just really struggling just to get the ball in the basket.
They are, and they actually are finding the mismatches, but Spain just does it. Spain does that.
And Sancho Little goes down. She's been talking about the aches and pains that she feels. And
she's smiling. I think she's just a little, maybe a little embarrassed.
She looked like she was on ice skates. Oh, she banked that one in. So Steinberger has to go out, and Laxa comes back in. It's a big jump that you have to make in international basketball. Well, you'd think there is, because a lot of these ladies, you know, when they're in the younger categories, really maybe had their way, but you know, then when you come up against a team like this, you realize there's kind of a distinct different level. We have seen the likes of Italy's Zandas Lassini bridge that gap pretty quickly. And nice shot from Vitola. But you've got to be able to finish at the rim. You've got to be able to do a lot of things.
Yeah, you do. And that's how far the game has risen.
Latvia just haven't really been able to finish today. That said, they are down by 16 points midway through the third quarter. And Kristina facing all kinds of pressure up top. And Pudina hits another three. Well, we talked about the good old Annette Jakobsen-Zakota that needs somebody to step up, and it's her former teammate, Pudina, stepping out from the arc. And it's back to a 13-point game. A little bit of a Baltic comeback, perhaps, on the cards?
Yeah, maybe. You know, I'm feeling a little bit of a momentum swing. We've seen this happen before, and Lucas Mondello called a timeout, and then all of a sudden that momentum swing swung back in the favor of Spain. And Punina already has 10 points. She's only averaged 3 and a bit during this tournament. You know, running into her earlier, I said, "So are you going to score today?" She goes, "Gosh, Shona, I'm so sore everywhere." So she's having a little bit of elbow and shoulder problems, which I think haven't helped her shooting woes this tournament. But maybe she can get something going in the second half for them.
Well, you know the summer solstice was Wednesday. And what day is it today? They're all kind of blurring together. Are we on Wednesday now?
We're on Thursday now.
So it was yesterday. So maybe something is in the air here, because the Latvians make a big deal out of the summer solstice. I think a lot of them go into the woods that night, don't they? It's the longest day of the year.
It is the longest day of the year. Is that what they did last night? Is that maybe where they started a little slow?
Maybe their hearts were in Riga or La Paya. And now maybe something is brewing for the Latvians. But Mondello's reaction is to insert Cruz and Laya Palau into the game. So he's going to try to kill the comeback cold in his tracks. Jargai goes up, though, and puts up an air ball layup. Now, Pudina has just hit a couple of threes. You need to find her. You got to give her a touch. It's going to be Krastina's turn, and it's contagious. And now it's a 10-point game. They look dead and buried, and here they are.
And this is why sport, and basketball specifically, is so exciting. Now you hear the Latvian fans. They're trying to give their team some energy.
See if they can force Spain into a bad shot. No, they get a block from Pudina. And there's only 0.4 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
You know, Sancho had Pudina's number in the first half, and this Pudina gave it to her right back.
There was a wry smile from Sancho Little. But sometimes, seriously, it is. It's just like everybody gets confidence from seeing the ball go into the basket and try to alley-oop from out of bounds.
I mean, they had to. There was 0.4 seconds left.
Well, Spain extending the defense, and Vitola goes in, tries to get a call. They're going to have to hustle back. Cruz.
And this is where Spain can be dangerous.
Little.
Look at that. Calm and collected.
It's why, you know, she's probably the most accomplished player out there. And that's saying something because Spain have a lot of good players. And Vitola fouled by Laia Palau, so that is the second team foul on Spain here late. And what is Coach Zebart's arguing about? Here it is again. See the three-pointer from Cristina. Second foul on Palau. It's not a bad foul for Spain. And now Marta Jargai called for the foul as Putnina got great position underneath the basket.
Yeah, she did, and you know that's a tall order for Chargai to guard Marta Putnina. I have Putnina, and that's a mismatch. I think Latvia needs to. Oh, no, see now you go. I think Lucas Mondello noticed. Okay, this is a little bit too much of a task to ask for Chargai to guard Putnina.
But she still gets it again, and she puts it up and in. Spain fell asleep. They'd already heard the alarm bells, but they went back to bed. They hit the snooze button.
I think they went for a siesta.
They did. They were Spanish. And now Cruz pass out to Palau. Nichols for two. Probably not what you're looking for.
No, that's good defense. I don't think that's the kind of shot you want Spain to take if you're Latvia.
If they get to single digits, their belief is going to grow a little bit more. Laxa. She's getting no joy. When she gets a little space finally. Now Cruz goes right down the lane and draws the foul. I think Laxa wants to get involved, but you can't take a bad shot to get involved.
Yeah, she kind of forced it there. And that's a nice strong take by Anna Cruz.
So 4 fouls on Vitola, and that hurts.
It does, because she was the one who was actually picking Spain up in their full court press back to a 3-2 matchup man zone defense type of thing. So yeah, that's a tough blow for Latvia.
And Putnina taps it over to Cristina. And they're going to go and say, why haven't you started the shot clock? Because it hasn't started. Boy, Cruz, she just hasn't gotten it going overall in this tournament. And missed 2 free throws like that. Just gives Latvia just a little more of an opportunity. So now Steinbacher comes back in. So that's good news for Latvia. And Putnina goes in the lane. She goes strong, and she met Laura Nichols. Boy, there was no stopping that. And they pass ahead to Sancho Little, and then Putnina hustles back and takes it away. And Palau picks up her 3rd foul.
you know, that's not a bad foul. I think Nina had a height advantage and she's been scoring great this quarter, so except for that look.
Yeah, that was the last play.
Lauda Nichols is deceivingly athletic. She can jump very high. I think she has a long wingspan.
Laxa doesn't like what she sees there. And the foul will be called on Laxa.
And she's struggling to put points on the board here. You know, she's 0. She's averaged 10 a game in this tournament. Wouldn't it be great if Latvia could have her 10-point contribution in the next 11 minutes and 16 seconds here?
She's snake bitten right now.
She is.
You don't want to force it, but at the end of the day,
you need her to score.
And Palau, good. The veteran nails it.
She says, you know what? It's my turn to step up and score.
And the miss.
Oh, and here's Spain going. No, Latvia did a good job getting back.
Sancho Little has it. 12-point lead is Cruz. And Nichols was behind Vermerman as she was not being boxed out, per se. So now Palau puts it up again. And Palau again takes it back to 14. So Latvia had a couple of chances to get it into single digits, and they haven't. And now the lead has gone back to 14. And the clock is about to expire. Nichols able to get her hand on that shot and get the rejection. So Latvia put a little pressure on Spain for the first time, but it's awfully difficult when you trail big to come back. They trail 50-36.
And, you know, they climbed their way back with 3-pointers in that third quarter.
And look at that, Spain 5 of 11, so they haven't hit any threes since the first half. So Spain have led by as many as 20 points. Latvia, kind of a run that came out of nowhere, really. Put Nina, hit a couple of threes, had scored on another inbounds pass. Kristina scored, and Kristina scored, and it just all of a sudden things started to look promising, but they couldn't quite get it into single digits. And Spain, as Spain always do, they turn to their leader, Laia Palau. And even though she's had some struggles with her jump shot, she came out and hit a couple of jumpers just to kind of like calm things down for Spain.
And it's exactly what Spain needed. You saw Latvia going on a little bit of a run, and the veteran Laia Palau said, "You're going to calm things down, get us 2 points." And they have a comfortable 14-point lead.
Now Palau comes out and hits another three. Well, she wasn't able to celebrate her last record appearance, but tonight's new record appearance of 269 appearances with Spain, making her the all-time most capped player in Spanish women's basketball history. she's doing a lot more. She's going to perhaps be in a more pleasant mood, shall we say, after the game.
Yeah, I think she was a little bit disappointed, just it being such a special game for her, for them not to get the win. And this is how much Laia cares about winning as well. So put that into perspective.
She's going to be tough to replace. See the foul called on Lauda Nichols. Laia Palau has she's been playing her club basketball here in Prague, but she's going to be moving to Australia to play next season. She's going down under with the Kangaroos.
We heard her practicing her "Good day, mate."
Yep, she's been practicing that
in her Spanish accent.
Lucas Mondello looking rather studious with those spectacles.
It does make him look smarter, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
And you see Spain's already picked up their pressure.
Shot clock about to expire. They've got to launch it. Vitola does. Goes in and out. Now the pass sails over the head of Anna Cruz.
And you know, the Latvian coach says, Vitola, I realize how important you are, important on defense, also on offense. I gotta put you back in, even with those 4 fouls.
Cristina. So we're in quarter number 4, 8 minutes and 49 seconds remaining. The winner will advance to play Belgium in the semifinals. The loser will...
Very scary Belgium team. A lot of offensive threats, to say the least.
Yeah, a lot of size down low. And the pass to Torrens now. Nichols. And Torrens, that was a 2. And the lead back up to 20 points. And just like that, Latvia in dire straits again.
And, you know, I think a big point of emphasis for Lucas Mondello during between the 2 quarters was, hey guys, defense, you need to pick up your defense again. And that's what we've seen at the beginning of this 4th quarter.
So it was actually a 2-pointer from Torrens. They initially on the scoreboard put 3 up, and now they've taken one off, so it's 55-36. Nichols online and just a little short. They glanced off the rim and rattled out. Well, Jakobsen. And the ball went back off Vitola as she got closer to the rim. 7:39 remaining. So Torrens has 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists to lead Spain. Sancho Little is incredibly 6 points, 3 rebounds. Things like you think she would be making a far greater contribution statistically anyway. There she is. And traveling to call. So she'll have to retreat to the other end.
You know, Spain has done an absolutely excellent job on defense on Steinberger. She has not been able to get anything going. She's 2 for 11, 7 points, 8 rebounds, so she's still contributing even though she's not shooting well. But they have really done a great job of limiting, I would say, Latvia's best player in this tournament so far. Just shows you how strong and how good Spain is.
the ball again. Just let her too much. .9 seconds on the shot clock. And return, and Viitola missed. They got to hurry, and Steinberger just chucked it up there. It was short. And now Palau, offensive foul called on Nichols.
Offensive foul by player number 4, Laura Nichols. Third personal foul.
Now Nichols has it.
Uncharacteristic by Spain there.
And the pass to Viitola. Finally, easy attempt at the basket for Latvia. When's the last time we could say that?
Yeah, and it was beautiful basketball, and that just shows you this is the first time I think that's happened for them at the 6 minutes left in the game. So it shows you how good Spain is on defense.
Jakobsen gets it. And just when we thought Sancho Little was out of the picture, she reaches up and knocks the ball. But again, Steinberger hits a jump shot and gets it back to a 14-point deficit. So maybe one last roll of the dice for Latvia. Still 5:49 remaining. Look at this.
We saw them come back.
That was an easy one.
That was.
The easiest basket. I mean, Bosco's layup earlier would have been that easy, even easier. But this was Steinberger who struggled tonight, but she's knocked it down.
They're not going away.
No.
You know, we talked about, okay, Spain, you know, they can put teams away. And we haven't seen them do that yet. We thought it was going to happen, but it didn't. They haven't given you, like, give Latvia a lot of credit. They had not, no point in the game, lowered their heads and kind of packed it in. They didn't do that. They fought. They knew they missed some opportunities. And win or lose, they still have more games to play. And more important games to play also. So this tournament is not over for them. So they want to at least feel good at the end of this game. It's devastating just getting blown out and nothing going right.
Yeah,
so for them to
Turkey
finish strong, yeah, exactly. For them to finish strong is going to give them confidence for their next games, and that, you know, there's still 2 tickets left for next year's World Cup. So they got to feel good about the end of this game because that's going to help them progress for their next games.
So Gunther Basco back in the game now. Torrens, nowhere to go. Shot clock about to expire, and they do not get it off in time. I should say Gunther Basco Melnbart. She's gotten Melnbart. She's been married for a while now.
Yeah, quite a while.
So Torrens goes out. Latvia just want to keep the momentum going here. See if they can get a shot. Good shot. Oh, nice cut. And the ball goes off of Steinberger. Well, just didn't catch it.
Yeah, it almost looks like she batted it out of bounds. But, you know, she had the pressure of Marta Chargai on her back, and maybe just having that sensation that Chargai was there threw her off her, you know, catch and shoot. But we've talked about that. You think you're going to be open, but you forget that you have to catch the ball first.
Spanish fans up there jumping around. There's our guy. Dominguez into the corner. Jarguy again, misses. Sancho Little keeps it alive. But Latvia get it back with 4:45 remaining. Vitola puts
What a
it
beautiful
up.
move. And
She's got 15 points in the game.
you say, wouldn't it have been great if they could have got that rolling a little earlier.
Cruz and intercepted. Intercepted by Steinberger. Got to play 40 minutes, Spain. Berman passes it back out. They get it open to Gunther Basco and off the front of the rim. Boy, that was a good look at a three. And Laya Palau's going to go back into the game because her teammates are having a hard time putting this one away. You can see she had a look again. It's like,
Come on, guys, get it done.
must I go back in?
Oh, wait, maybe she won't.
Sancho Little gets it back. Nichols, quick pass, Sancho Little, and three-point play. So, effectively, a 6-point swing. When you consider Gunther missed the three at the other end. Another look. The luxury of having one of the best players in the world on your team, you pretty much know she's going to make it.
And that's just great awareness by Laura Nichols to know that she kind of caught the ball a little high in the key, and she knew where Sancho was going to be, and Sancho did the right thing. Instead of flaring out or staying on the baseline, she cut hard to the basket, and it was a beautiful execution, pass, and finish.
So, Shona, let's go back as you look at the shooting tonight. Actually, Latvia picked it up a little bit there, so that's not too bad. Let's take a walk down memory lane. Do you remember those days, the good old days?
The good old days?
Well, the good old days for Laya Palau started in 2002 with Spain, and then her first EuroBasket was in 2003 in Petrus, when Spain came from behind and got a bronze medal against Poland to go to the Olympics. Then at EuroBasket Women 2005, they got another bronze. That was in Turkey. Then in 2007, an amazing in Chieti with Amaya Valdemoro. They got the silver. They were runners-up to Russia in a real thriller. 2009 in Latvia against some of these very players. Spain got the bronze. Then, of course, in 2011 is when everything went pear-shaped in Poland, and they didn't even get to the quarterfinals. But then at the last two EuroBaskets, Spain have won the title in 2013, and they finished third at the EuroBasket Women 2 years ago. So this is a Spanish team that is always in the reckoning, and I haven't even talked about the times in between, but third place at the World Championship or the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup in 2010, second place in 2014, and of course they got the famous silver medal last year at the Olympics. That is an incredible run.
I mean, talk about how much hardware Laya Palau has. She must have a whole room of just medals.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely inspirational for girls who want to play basketball in Spain. She's one of the favorites. Nina. And offensive foul called on Jarguy. And the complaints from Lucas Mondello. Steinberger went down. Yeah, I think maybe Mr. Mondello has a point. Or shall I say senior Mondello, and now technical has been called. I guess he just wants to vent and make his point. And if you're up by this many points, maybe it's not a bad time to do it. But the other thing is, you got to be careful what you say to referees, because referees have long memories.
They do, and you know, I'm sure in the next couple games that hopefully Spain has,
They will have short memories.
they are going to remember who Lucas Mondello was and what he said to them.
And traveling the call on Putnina. And honestly, I mean, that's why you don't really need to fly off the handle, because was it really that bad? They got 1 point out of that.
Yeah, and we've talked all tournament. Calls go for and against you all game long, and I really do believe that in the end it does even out.
Short guy from the corner. And Jakobsen not able to save it. So it goes back over to Spain. Barton's urging his team on. Jakobsen hustling over to try to get that ball back. So Sancho goes out. Do you think when push comes to shove, she's the most important player in the Spanish team? Sancho Little? Because without her, they don't have that dominating force inside.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see how Spain played without her. You know, I know she hasn't had a huge game tonight.
Well, there's Anna Cruz. Still has time to get on the all-tournament team.
She does.
6 points.
So, you know, it seems like she hasn't done much tonight, but we haven't seen her on, I mean, we've seen her on defense, but if you're just listening to us, we haven't said her name a lot, but trust me, she's adjusting people's shots on the defensive end. She's kind of the heart and soul to their defense. People are intimidated to penetrate and go up in the key against Spain.
Oh, nice one from Marta Jargai. That was the dagger. That pretty much seals the deal right there with a minute and a half. Takes the lead back to 9, 14 points.
Back to 19.
Sorry, I mean, she's got 14, 4-6 from 3.
I mean, back-to-back threes. It's, yeah, and it looks like the Latvian coach is giving some of the younger girls a little bit of an opportunity here to finish out the game. Because, like we've said, okay, you know, Latvia upset, but they had nothing to lose. I think people were surprised that they made it this far, and they still have a chance. So you gotta recover, you gotta come back, and you gotta start preparing for your next game.
Oh, they're not gonna give across midcourt. So thoroughly professional performance tonight from Spain coming out and just really getting on top of Latvia early. And they have led from the front, and Jargai just continues to pour them in.
She started strong, and now she's finishing strong. And she had an enormous, I would say, defensive matchup this afternoon. You know, Lucas said, we need you to shut down Steinberger, and she has. She really has.
Putnina. And that's for Laura Gill, perhaps. Upset, thinks she's playing good defense. But again, let's don't lose sight of the fact that you're up 21 points. No need to complain.
No need for anyone to get any more technicals other than Coach Mondello.
I'm impressed by Putnina, though. I mean, I think she's really made strides in her career. She's really improved from, well, certainly since 2009. Also played, I think it was in 2011, in the year that Spain didn't make it to the quarterfinals. Jargai missed that one.
Vitola doesn't really agree with the call. She thought it went off Spain's hands.
Nobody's happy. So Spain are going to advance to play Belgium in the semifinals of the EuroBasket Women. Spain are also going to clinch a spot in the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup again.
Again,
So,
the automatic spot that they've got. But this is the best game we have seen Spain play. And I think they wanted to send a message tonight to all the coaches, all the other players, that they're here to get a gold medal.
yeah, I think so. I think nice shot for Nina. You know, Belgium have had the luxury of watching Spain tonight. I don't know if that makes a difference. I don't know if that can psychologically, like you say, receive the warning, if that's going to make it worse, or are they going to be even more fired up? And the ball goes off of Clearly. Guida. The Spaniards sing in unison. No doubt they'll enjoy the Prague nightlife tonight. Lovely city. And Vitola goes up, and that's all she wrote. So Spain, once again, part of their mission is accomplished. They have made it back to the FIBA Basketball World Cup. They have beaten a very good Latvian team. They've made them look pretty ordinary tonight. And look at the stats.
Yeah, you know, they just forced Latvia into very tough shots, and it shows with only shooting 22%. And look at that, they out-rebounded them by 14. It's rough when you're shooting that bad and getting out-rebounded like that. You know, not bad there. Turnovers were pretty equal. 19 turnovers is uncharacteristic for a very strong, smart Spanish team. Alba Torrens with 20 points, Vitola with 15, Steinberga, she still had 10 rebounds, 9 for Giel. So, you know, we talked about Steinberga having an off night, but she rebounded, she got steals, and that's what good players do. Things aren't really going their way. There's still a reason why coaches have to keep them out there, because they do contribute in so many other ways other than just scoring. You see, how many times have Lauda Nichols and Alba Torrens hugged each other because they're moving on to the next round in their career? Really, they've grown up playing with each other.
So the brilliant start, and for the most part, it was catch up the rest of the way for Latvia, who just really struggled against Spain's defense overall. And, you know, Latvia can at least take some comfort in knowing they've made it this far, and also that they still have a chance to qualify.
Yeah, they do. And, you know, like I said, any defeat for an athlete is tough because we're competitive, and ultimately you play sports because you want to win. So it's hard, and they know that they didn't play their best basketball today. And credit to Spain. Spain made it very difficult, but they still didn't play their best basketball. So I think it's time to relax, move on, because they still have a chance of making it to next year's World Cup in Spain. And they did show great strides for short moments. You know, you saw them come back in the third. We saw them make a little run in the fourth, and then Spain was just too powerful, and they just have too many weapons. You could say, you know, you could look at Latvia and say, oh, they did a great job with Sancho Little tonight, but other people stepped up. You had Chargai come in and start the game hot. Fuego, 3 for 3 from the
Nice Spanish, by the way. Nice.
3-point line, and then you know you have Alba Torrens with 20 points. Everyone just contributes, and that's the thing. You shut down 1 or 2 great players, and 1, 2, 3, 4 other great players step up for Spain. It was great seeing Aya Putnina be able to knock down some shots in the second half. She hasn't had the best tournament you know, I mentioned she's not feeling great. She's a little bit beat up at the moment, but it was good to see her get her stride going again, because she is talented, and I played with her. She can score, and she can score a lot of points in a short amount of time if she gets going, and she's someone that they're going to need, especially if Babkina, you know, from what we understand, she is most likely out the rest of this tournament. So other people are going to have to step up and score for Latvia if they want to continue and give themselves a chance for that ticket to EuroBasket 2018. Sorry, not EuroBasket. World Championships 2018 World Cup.
So just as a reminder, now that Spain have clinched a spot in the top 4, in fact, the top 5, that means 5 other teams here at the EuroBasket Women.
Yeah.
Well, the next 5 best teams, or the teams that finish above them, including those, will qualify for the World Cup. So,
so the 5th and 6th place teams
yeah,
will get that ticket. So, wow, those are going to be exciting games. You know, the next, these teams that have lost here today, whew, their games are going to be tough.
Thanks for watching, everybody. One more coming your way. Stay tuned.